From publishers Tiny Build and a small dev team called Do My Best comes the final station. From what I gather, some alien contact, or alien infection rather, has swept up humanity, and it's approximately 103 years since that first contact. The last scrape of resistance is building something called the Guardian, and you've been chosen to transport a key component from that from A to B, and it's all being kept very hush-hush. In fact, you don't even know about it yourself when you start off. So you're travelling by train through a dying world looking for passengers. You keep your train operational, you make sure that you can always reach the next station with as many survivors as possible. You make your way through station after station through swarms of shades, as I call them, infected by this alien infection, and you explore mysterious and abandoned stations looking for supplies and survivors. The world is dying, you can see that from the offset. You go through 5 chapters, large inhabited stations, and then ones that are literally ghosts. You don't see anything, it's just a husk of a building. There's infected enemies, various different types, there to stop your progress whenever they can. Ammo and supplies are limited, so don't think that you can go gung-ho and kill everything that you see. You've got to be clever, you've got to use your fists to take out a lot of the stuff, and also with medipacks as well as food and supplies, you've got to be very stringent with them. You have to keep all your survivors alive, all the people on the train regulated. It's difficult, it's a bit of a management sim crossed with an action platformer. Now I know the graphics are low key, but they work. They're handcrafted, they're beautiful in their own right, and the soundtrack is exceptional. I recommend buying the deluxe version of this just to get the soundtrack anyway. It's really worth having. The narrative, now this is the compelling part. The gameplay is fun, it's flowing, but it's all about the story. You've got to unlock it, you've got to read every little excerpt, you've got to go in every single door. When you get a key, find the door that opens. During your train journeys, you'll have little snippets of information with other train drivers through the form of an instant messenger, as well as the crafting unit used from the same interface. You have to keep your train operational. It needs to run as fast as possible to get from station to station, while keeping those survivors intact. Having done your job, you want to get back home to see your son, David, but it turns out having been exposed to so much that you are now infected, and it's a race against time to get back home. When your train finally kicks the bucket, you have no choice but to huff it the rest of the way. All said and done, there are a couple of flaws. The music could be a bit better stitched in with the gameplay, although fantastic sound, it really is. Sometimes you're walking along and you just think, could do with a tune, yeah? While on the train, the conversations that your survivors have with each other or with you, very hard to keep track of because you're too busy trying to maintain the train, making sure that it's running, because, well, if it doesn't run, it doesn't get to where you go, and you want to have enough supplies to get to the end of the game. One last complaint that I have is that there's only one ending to the game. It's a large world, it's got depth, there's loads of characters, and you come across a few places you've been before as well as a few people you've spoken to in the past, and I just feel that there could be a bit more here. That's obviously where they've gone with the DLC. You play a different character and it's a bit more free form. Instead of a train, it's a car, and you pick up survivor one at a time, which has specific skills and sets, like one's a medic, one's a munitions guy, and so on and so forth. It's got potential to add a lot more, but at the moment it just feels a little bit light when you get to that end stage. That's it for now, but if you're feeling a bit weird and you want to digitally stalk someone, check out some of our older videos, our Facebook and our Twitter. You'll find them in the links below.